poprzednim odcinku.
Kurde, a to by się co dzieje z kiecką? Oh fuck! To rośnie, pochłonie nas wszystkich. No moi drodzy, pora udać się na Powiśle w nowym odcinku The Thaumaturge, którego mam nadzieję przywitacie kciukiem w górę. My natomiast musimy pofrunąć daleko, bowiem, no cóż, Powiśle czeka, a tu jeszcze nie byliśmy, więc mam nadzieję, że lokacja się sprawdzi i będzie dość ciekawa. Przede wszystkim ciekaw jestem, gdzie fabularnie nas pokierują. A pokierują nas do Javiera. Dodatkowo porozmawiać z brygadzistą Romkiem. A tutaj co? Cygaro. Dobrze czasem przysłonić sobie widok chmurą dymu i tak nie ma tutaj na co patrzeć. Ja pierdzielasz, tak? Powiśle oberwało, nie? A to co się kryje? Fotografia. Przedstawia młodego mężczyznę pozującego w studiu. W powierzchnię papierów wyniknęły słowa pełne niedowierzania, gdy zobaczyła go po wizycie u goli brody. To naprawdę ty bez brody jesteś innym człowiekiem. No, klasyka, nie? Dobra. Pierogi. Od razu czuję się wypełniony ciepłem, mam ochotę zasnąć, a potem obudzić się i zobaczyć przed sobą nowy pełny półmisek. Pierożki. Pychota. Sierżant Karaś. To o nim czytaliśmy. A tu się nie dostanę.
Excuse me, officer.
What do you mean not allowed? Sergeant Kadash, folks gotta work there, feed their families.
We're conducting an operation.
More like farting around. My taxpayer rubles are paying for you to chow down on herring. Let me through to the wharf.
And what are you here for?
No proszę.
Sergeant Karash, I'm here on official business. Of course. Boys, let this gent through.
Well, ain't they all chummy? What about us?
Mam nadzieję, że on nie jest z ochrony i on nie wie, co ja tu robię, nie? O, rana, ale jaja. Skradzioną legitymację pokazał i ja pierdzielę, jakie to było niemądre. Barka Javiera, maleńka. Nikogo nie ma, rozejrzę się. Rzucone niechlujnie bandaże noszą na sobie ślady krwi. Owinięte zostały wokół zdrowych, silnych, nieporanionych dłoni i dopiero potem nasiąknęły krwią. Krwią przeciwnika, który dostał stroką w gębę, tracąc przy tym kilka zębów. Tabakiera z liśćmi koki. Niezbędna pomoc, bez której ktoś nie potrafi się obyć. Instynkt kieruje dłoń do tabakierki, wspomagający przy zaplanowanym wysiłkiem fizycznym. Łóżko, rozrzucany w bale pościel, nosi na sobie ślady miłosnych uniesień. Walejące się wokół ubrania sugerują, że ktoś tu mieszka. Okej. No pewnie Javier. Worek bokserski. I raz, i dwa, i raz, i dwa. Krople potu spływają po głowie, którą jątrzy myśl. Uderzenia zadawane w ich takt, precyzja, zapał, gotowość do improwizacji. Javier stworzył sobie na barce prawdziwie kawalerską jamę. Tutaj mieszka, trenuje w pocie czoła, cieszy się zwycięstwami w towarzystwie kobiet, czy też szuka ich pocieszenia po przegranych walkach. Wygląda na to, że jego życie kręci się wokół bijatyk. Powinien rozejrzeć się w okolicy i poszukać klubu sportowego albo ringu.
Looks like Javier trains.
No.
Enough of this, Narishkit. Say who you are and what you're doing on my turf.
It's a little crude to shove your way into someone's head without asking. You don't have the guts to look me in the eye. It's better that way. We can talk as equals.
What are you making such a gavolt for? What do you want?
Your salutor. I don't know him.
He's a debunk. He looks around for lost souls who don't know better and go where they shouldn't.
Terrifying.
zbyt mała duma. Właśnie jeżeli chodzi o to, moi drodzy, mówiliście, że mam zablokowane odpowiedzi. To dlatego, że nie używam dumy, bo zwykle te jakby uwagi i komentarze są chamskie. I boję się, że używanie dumnych odpowiedzi sprawi, że będę sobie psuł aurę i wiecie, i jakby relacje z postaciami, nie?
I'm looking for a smuggler.
What for?
For smuggling, what else? I need Javier.
Is that all? I took you for someone else. I can introduce you to Javier. You interested?
I know Javier likes to fight. So, should we head to the boxing ring?
Something like that. I see you've sniffed out what you can. Shall we?
Who did you take me for earlier?
Nothing of interest to you. Internal neighborhood affairs.
That's all? No extra conditions or requests?
Tongue of a devil, heart of an angel. That's me.
Lead the way. You sure changed your tune quickly.
Welcome to Povisla. Fighting first, hugging later. Ariel Rafe. Stick with me and they won't touch a hair on your head. Just don't come on Saturdays. Welcome to the dungeon, a mecca of gambling and violence. You see the box above the ring? I'll wait there. Make yourself comfortable. Put a bet on the fight. And come find me.
Okej. Dobra. Przegrany zakład. Barszczyk kontra zupa. Spis walk barszczyka, okej. Ciekawe. Ulotka. Zobaczyli na takie widowisko w Warszawie. Strzelcy i Indianie prosto z Dzikiego Zachodu. Okej.
Place your bets, ladies and gents. Don't miss the chance to earn some dough. How about a bet?
What kind of place is this?
You're awful twitchy. You want a spree or angling to rat us out? Who let you in here?
I came with Ariel Rofe.
If you're with Ariel, it's all hunky-dory. You're in our dungeon here, gent. No rules, no restraints. That's how we play around here. Ask away. I'll tell you what I know.
Who's fighting?
Our pride and joy. A real canny lad from right here in Povisla. Barszczyk.
And in the other corner?
Everybody who wants to take him on. All of them against one. Sort of a local tradition. So, you betting there, ain't you?
Maybe next time.
Zobaczmy, co tu jeszcze jest. Tutejsze piwo to cienkie siuśki, ktoś powiedział. Wokół nadgarstku przeczytał mi barszczyk. Na rękawicach widać wyraźny ślad myśli. Raz gwałtownych, raz łagodnych jak prąd rzeki. Okej. Ariel Rofe. No dobra.
You're fretting, Ariel. His hips are fine.
Shouldn't you be at home right now? With your husband?
And you, what are you doing here?
Barszczyk. Meet Victor Szulski. He has business with Javier, and he'll do anything to meet him.
Anything?
Anything. Victor is a thaumaturge, and it might make for a fantastic main attraction. What do you think?
Sorry, what?
What? A magician in the ring? Yeah.
I can fight, but afterward, I'm going to want to talk business with Javier.
That can be done.
All right.
Yeah, I like him.
To jest Javier.
Señoras y señores, a slight change of plans. I won't be fighting. I know. Barszczyk is the best. But listen. Marcel and his brothers-in-law versus a son of Shurmisha, a swell, a magician, Victor Szulski.
Okej.
Don't embarrass me.
Niech ci będzie. Bukac. Czy cecha jest uśpiona, czy na stałe usunięta? No to jest pytanie. Co ja zrobiłem? Znowu. Powinien ustawić atak na innego wroga. Dobra, upyr. No dawaj. Prosto wryło, baryło. Tego skasuję. I srój po kolesiu. No co ty, on to przeżył? Jakim prawem? Jakim prawem on to przeżył w ogóle? Masakra jakaś. 1001 obrażenie swoim wrogom, nice. Ja bym poszedł tak. Jak został jeden, to już... A zaraz, bo to upyr... A właśnie. Bez sensu. Mogę anulować upyra? Chyba nie szczególnie, nie? Wesel. Dobra. No to kilnął mnie, tyle dobrego, nie? Teraz wesel musi zaszaleć. Szybki atak, potem budzi na szczęście. Jeszcze mu zdąży przyfasolić, nie? Albo nie.
Good, Victor. The crowd loves you.
They love to hate you. That's all right, too.
Give them time. Does Victor deserve the neighborhood's respect? Maybe the chicos from Fifth Alley will make mincemeat out of him. You can do it, Victor!
Let's get on with it. Who's next?
Okej. Bukawac, powiadasz. Dawaj. To będzie niezłe. Ile mu tego zostało? Dobra. Bez szału. Uśpiona, dobra. Ja bym kolesia skasował, nie? Kolesia nie ma. Wesel. Buź na szczęście. Dostanę w mordę teraz 2 razy, nie? Hmm. 45, holy shit. Lelek. Nice. No i dobra, i teraz możemy tłuc gościa. Wszystkie negatywne stany na wroga. O, moje skupienie nie wróciło, trochę to straszne. Dobra, negatywne stany na wroga, przywrócenie skupienia. Wstrząs mózgu. Pięknie.
Straight from America. They boxed like a whirlwind and kissed like a dream. The Gordon sisters.
Fucker.
Try not to get them even more damn riled up. I'm only here for professional purposes.
A professional ass-kicking.
Okej.
So be it. Let's fight!
No to sru. Bukawac. Uper. Jedziesz. Pięknie załatwiłaś to powietrze, ale chilnęła się, dobra. Za 6, o kurde bele. I za 6, holy shit. Dobrze mamy bukawaca, nie? Nie, no to trzeba załatwić jak najszybciej. I z głowy. Super, proszę. Kurde, byle jak za 6 mi będzie tak bić. To zaboli prędzej czy później. Zgrabnie poszło w sumie. Kończymy imprezę.
Shit! How much more?
Come on, smile.
Bueno, that's enough for him. Come on, you deserve it. Did you see him? Not such a weak chico after all.
How do you feel?
Mainly, I feel cheated, Senor Javier.
Come on.
Javier Sanchez Villaconejito Ramirez. Good to meet a friend of Ariel's. Tell me, gringo, how can Javier help you today?
I need a smuggler.
I know, Mago. Say what you need me to smuggle.
Who? One lady needs to discreetly leave the Russian partition and get to Vienna.
For how much?
How much do you need for this?
The costs of transportation, bribes, paperwork.
She can afford it. Let's just say she's quite far up in high society.
A rich chica wants to go to Vienna? Well, I don't know.
I'm sure somebody is looking for this Klątwa. Otherwise, she'd get on a train.
If they catch us, it's la muerte para nuestros amigos.
However, fortune favors chutzpah after all.
Al diablo. The river giveth, the river taketh away. Vámonos.
So, what now?
Now go get the lady, and we'll meet at Port Praga at night. But tell that Klątwa of yours that it ain't gonna be a tea party.
Adios.
Fajnie. O, Debussy. Szkoda, że nie ma tego. Sonaty księżycowej. Świat byłby lepszym miejscem, gdybyśmy wszyscy praktykowali powściągliwość. Javier nie wpakowałby się w romans z siostrami Gordon. Siostry nie chciałyby go zatłuc na śmierć, a ja nie stałbym na ringu w roli jego zastępcy. A tak co? Boli. Dobra. Uda się poświetlone do domu nadarzyńskich na powązkach. Zaczynam się martwić trochę. Po pierwsze, że oberwie mi się za użycie legitymacji ochrany, a po drugie, że oberwie mi się od Rasputina, bo nie jest po mojej stronie opakowanie po gazie aptecznej. Okej. Adrenalina pulsuje w żyłach. To co za jeden?
Hold it, Tempermancer, for I am White Roman.
Pardon?
You are Victor Szulski, son of Śródmieścia. Your family is famous for its powerful Tempermancers.
Not only do I not know what you want, but I am also completely uninterested in it. Get lost, whoever you are.
I am a master of Tempermancy, White Roman, and I challenge you to a duel. Everything is at stake. The winner will be declared King of the Tempermancers.
Have at you then. Why not right now?
The memorable moment is here. To me, devoted visitors. To me, salutors.
Oh God.
Do kolesi przebrani. To nieźle. Lelkiem, żeby uśpić. Dobra, dawaj, lelek. Zadziałaj, co? Dobra, tej cechy już nie ma. Niechaj wjeżdża upyr. Ile ten typ ma HP? Już się jeszcze trzyma. Upyr. No dobre. Ten mi gnojek będzie skupienie cały czas obalał. Siła wymiaru czyn, żeby uśpić. Za jeden. Wspaniale. Król temperamentów. No nie sądzę. No dobra, siła wymiaru czyn. Niestety nic z tego nie będzie, więc po prostu mu przypierdzielmy. No i kasacja.
I hope that you also took a valuable and instructive lesson from this.
I accept the title of King of the Tempermancers. I would suggest that neither you nor your salutors strain yourselves anymore.
Your triumph is temporary, Victor Szulski. I have not yet said my last word.
Na pewno.
I will find you when you are ready for the next fight.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Ja pierdzielę.
The things people come up with.
Co nie? Jedziesz na powązki, dawaj. Bosko. O, i coś czuję, że Rasputin coś mu kombinował i zmajstrował niedobrego. Dobra. Czyżby? Owszem.
Mr. Shitsky.
You're not exactly a morning lark yourself. Is Rasputin in?
Sadly, yes.
O co jej kurna chodzi? Przyczepiła się grzeg psiego ogona, nie?
Am I bothering you?
Not at all. I've just got a few people together who I can assist with their spiritual purification. Have you come to get our friend?
Who's crying like that?
A sinner, Victor. Bemoaning his poor choices and the temptations he succumbed to. I didn't invite you this time. I know you're in a hurry.
I'm taking her. We haven't got time.
Time is only a concept, but I understand. Good luck.
No nie wiem.
I hope that you've had a hospitable stay.
You have unsettling friends, truly. The Nadarzyńskis are reserved and boring, unlike that Grigory.
What do you think of him?
I don't. I'd like to leave this place now, if possible.
We'd better get a move on.
Finally, don't forget my luggage.
Come on, it's time.
A co jest kówsze, mogłem zapytać.
Around this ain't a museum. Head down. That building in front of you. The entrance is around the corner.
You pick some very interesting people to work with.
What's that?
From now on, that's your problem. Entrance around the corner, right?
Okej. Wskakuj do szopy. No proszę. Dowód tożsamości podrabiany. Zubów Antonina. Podrobione dokumenty. Stern. Okej. Rozkazy policji.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Did you want a pumpkin carriage and some glass slippers, senora? Smuggling ain't as romantic as that.
Javier, yes? I've outgrown fairy tales. I'm here to make a deal.
I left that fucking chest by the door. I could barely lug it. Big as a whale's trapeze. We gonna do something or just stand here and stare?
The police at the entrance have me a little concerned. Did something happen we should worry about?
Esos pinches pendejos can't keep their hands to themselves.
Someone fucking filched a weapons transport and now the police are shitting themselves. They're looking high and low, even under hookers' skirts.
Somos profesionales.
We'll keep out of sight, and it'll be gone skeet.
So what's the plan? What are we doing?
You'll get papers, Austrian ones. Almost authentic, but don't go flashing them left and right.
Then it's off to the pier and onto a boat out of the city. Then a steamship upriver.
In Krakow, a transfer to a Vienna-bound train. He'll be there in a few days.
Sí, bueno. As soon as we agree on the money.
Your turn. Tell the gentleman about the compensation.
You'll get my whole fortune. The appropriate paperwork will be yours as soon as I leave Warsaw.
Toda? All of it? Meaning how much?
Enough, so you won't have to lift a finger for the rest of your life.
What about the travel chest? Do we have to bring that?
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what I'm paying you for.
So, all right. Vamos?
If this is going to work, then we need to get going.
Ariel, you go to the puerto and call the little captain. La señora will get changed, and we'll follow after you. Victor will come too. He'll see if anyone's following us.
Что? I'll do what?
What you paid for. Vaya con Dios, my friend.
A gute Nacht, Scheifele.
No proszę. Nie i nie. Uda się na molo. No tak, nie będziesz wzbudzać podejrzeń, nie? Wygląda jak robotnik. Robotnik, organ Polskiej Partii Socjalistycznej. No ciekawe. Jesteś, to idziemy. Ja cały czas tu stoję, stary. Co to za zamieszanie? Owocem się nie ufa, owocem się nie wierzy. Problem śmierdzi. I ty, ja cię znam. Dzisiaj jestem tu prawem, sądem i katem.
You damned wife fucker. You've ruined my life.
Your chica did what she wanted. Victor, tell him I'm right.
Two of you? I'll fuck you both up.
I'm going to get killed because someone disrespected the sanctity of marriage. Shit.
Myślę, że to nie był zwykły problem, nie? Że nie tylko o to chodziło, dobra. Potrzebujemy tego, nie? Skupienie o jeden. Może punkty czynu? A dawaj. Jedziesz nim jak z gównem. Wesel. Chodź tu i się wesel. Może byście Javiera bili trochę, co? Ja pierdzielę. No wreszcie. Wesel jest tak mocny, że to aż dziwne, nie? No dobra. Bukałac. Oni za jeden uderzą. Teraz pytanie. Każdy ma cechy uśpione. Tego by się przydało załatwić. I teraz 2. No i teraz tego. On sobie już nic nie narobi z tego, nie? Nie wiem, czy mi przypadkiem nie przysłuży jeszcze jeden atak. No proszę.
Have you ever considered celibacy? Your business would go better.
But what kind of life would that be, Senora?
Dalej. Daleko jeszcze, a co ty, osioł? Ruchy, Javier. Mam nadzieję, że łódka jest w jednym kawałku. Ja też. Bo ta wasza szopa nie wróży najlepiej. Powiedziałbym, że nie tylko skromna, ale też bez wygód. Może ją seniora wymienić na wieszanie. Dosadnie, nie? Ruchy, kluchy, leniwe, kurde, my tu walczymy o życie, a wy idziecie jak na spacer, nie? Jak na pączki, masakra. Co się nie załaduje? Załaduje się. Ja tego baracha na łódkę nie biorę.
But the boat can't hold that!
There's no choice.
If God wills it, a broom can shoot. Load it up.
Vámonos. There's no time.
I need another word with Victor.
Senora.
I wanted to thank you. I don't know anyone who'd risk his life for a stranger. If there's any way I can repay you, just say the word.
I don't want anything. I hope you make it safely to Vienna.
I'm grateful, but I don't like being in debt. And I also believe you have the right to know.
What are you guys lagging around for? Hurry up!
Your father moved in the circles of people who shared his views, who would like to see Poland back on the map. Do you understand what I mean? He was a patriot.
I didn't expect he could have gotten involved with such a lofty idea.
He secretly dreamed of creating a force that would give true hope to the Polish people, one that might tilt the scales in favor of the independence fighters.
Loca, quickly!
He believed he didn't need a great army, just a handful of daredevils with extraordinary abilities.
You getting in the boat or not?
I need to go. Your father was a wonderful man, Victor. and you remind me of him a great deal. Thank you for everything.
Wait! Who are these people? How can I find them?
I don't know. They hide in the shadows. Good luck. I trust that you'll find your grimoire, Wiktor Szulski. Adieu.
Keep an eye on those bequeathal papers. If there's a problem with payment, we'll reach out to you.
Why are you so distrustful?
When a poor man eats a chicken, one of them is sick.
Amigos.
The fuck?
Heavier!
Wiktor!
To już wiemy, co zawaliło kamienicę.
You think they're dead?
They had no chance. Clad in clay and the fury of the sons of Israel will arise to crush their enemies. Get out of here. Golems follow blood. The farther away you are, the better.
I don't believe it. Salutors can't physically manifest.
Tell it to Javier. Look at this guy teaching Kabbalah to a Jew. That was a golem, you schmuck. And it will pursue them until their blood is lost in the abysses of Sheol. You understand?
What am I supposed to do to get rid of him?
The golem is gonna look for you until he kills you, and all of those of your blood. That is, unless you can figure out why he was sent after you. You must have really gotten under somebody's skin.
I haven't done anything to anyone.
That means someone of your blood did it. Do you hear me? Ask your blood. Get lost. Not exactly my favorite person right now.
Ciekawe, czy przeżyli.
I guess there's nothing for me here.
O kurde. Ja myślę, że przeżyli, ale holy shit. No niedobrze, nie? Ja pierdykam. Oho.
Was that a sound of a fuck up? Shouldn't we check it out?
Like hell we should. They don't pay me enough for that. You! Stop! Papers, please.
I thought I wouldn't have to resort to this, but since you insist.
Of course, sir. We are sorry. Go right ahead.
Przydała się legitka. I to już drugi raz bez walki się obyło. Co się dzieje? Oho.
Don't even think of reaching for your magic book. Vanya's pistol has a very sensitive trigger.
The second he moves, I'll blow his brains out, Chief.
Chief!
Let's do our best not to have Vanya shoot you in the head. Alright? All you have to do is tell us where Svetlana Petrovna is.
I'm afraid Svetlana is dead.
Are you sure?
She went down with a boat and didn't resurface.
Lie.
Victor, I'll be honest with you. That woman was a Gordian knot. I know that she spent years compiling all sorts of compromising material against the Tsar's government. She was a traitor. We were observing her, but she managed to get everything out of her apartment. I need to know if her knowledge could threaten the security of the nation.
As far as I know, all Svetlana's secrets went with her to the bottom of the Vistula.
Should we take him to the Citadel, Chief?
No, Vanya. We'll finish this here. Why did you help Svetlana?
The emotions linking her to my father seemed sincere to me. I trusted her.
What if you were wrong? Maybe your father got together with her because I told him to. Would you believe me if I told you that your father didn't trust her?
No, I wouldn't. You first. Why did you kill him?
I never liked him. And he shouldn't know so much.
Quid pro quo, Chief. Where's my father's grimoire?
Look for it in Stanislav's circle of old friends. People who could take advantage of a missing grimoire.
Thaumaturges. Do you know who they are? Where I can find them?
No. But once you do, don't neglect to inform me. And watch out. They're very dangerous people.
Ja pierdzielę. Ale wtopa.
I need to get out of here.
Ale wtopiks, nie? Ja cię kręcę, wróć do domu. No. Wypadałoby. Holy shit. Czym prędzej wypad z portu i do dorożki. Kurde bele. To było ciekawe, nie? Dobra, śródmieście północne. Jedziesz. I teraz wróćmy do domu. Tędy. No tak. Tu przynajmniej nikt mnie nie będzie obrażał, nie? Tyle dobrego. Tyle dobrego.
Ah, you're finally here. We've been waiting for you.
I'm afraid I was boring your charming sister with my chatter.
Ah, nonsense. I'll leave you two alone.
You look tired. Is everything all right? Do you need my help?
How do you know my address?
People in Warsaw know who the Szulskis are. You're quiet this evening. Did something happen?
I didn't expect a home visit.
I wanted to find out if Svetlana managed to leave safely.
I'm afraid Svetlana is dead.
I was afraid of this. How did it happen?
We should talk about this another time.
I understand, but Svetlana, I got to know her, and I know she was bearing a heavy burden. Secrets can be deadly. Do you want to know what she shared with me?
I think I have enough of my own secrets to untangle.
I don't know what you're hiding or what you can't discover, but Svetlana was right. This specific knowledge is priceless. It loosens tongues and opens doors. Curious?
You're not proposing blackmailing anyone with anything, are you?
Nonsense. Of course not. As I told you, I want the world to see my truth. I want to stop the annihilation of countless human beings. But on my own, I am like Cassandra. Yet, with Svetlana's knowledge and you by my side, no one will have any choice but to believe me.
I'm intrigued.
The question is, can you bear the burden that she also carried?
And what if I don't make up my mind? Will you stop helping me acquire new salutars?
Have I ever refused to help you? On the contrary, you promised me your help, back with the Bukovac.
It's true. When you put it that way. But all her possessions and secrets were in that chest, and I swear, it's lost forever with her.
That wasn't in the chest, and now it's only in my memory.
Will you tell me what this is about?
Not here, no. Get some rest first. At our next meeting, at the Narizhinskis. It's safe there, for now.
Thank you for stopping by.
See you again soon, my friend. Sleep safely.
Nie ufam mu. Coś mi tu śmierdzi. On miał jakiś udział w tym, że golem nas zaatakował. Tylko jaki, o to jest pytanie.
I think we need to have a word. How do you know people like this, Rasputin?
How long was he here?
He arrived shortly before you did. Unexpectedly, he scared Grażyna. I received him in the salon so that he wouldn't go wandering through the house.
What were you talking about before I interrupted you?
What difference does it make? About... Strange. I don't remember even.
Sometimes he has that effect on people.
What kind of person is he?
On czyta im w myślach, prawda? On w głęboką wiedzę i tak dalej stara się wykraść z umysłów, nie?
He's that miracle worker I was writing to you about. The one who helped me return to my senses.
Not completely, I think. Given that you brought him with you.
He just came to see me. I owe him a lot.
It looks like he knows you better than I do.
What makes you dislike him so much?
It's how he talks and... his eyes. They unsettle me. And he smells. Haven't you noticed? I can still smell him here. I can only congratulate you on having friends like that. First Niedzic, now a gloomy hermit. And ladies of the night have started hanging around outside the windows. Are they also friends of yours?
Who are those women?
Whores, Victor. Prostitutes. Women of easy virtue, daughters of Corinth. Courtesans, moths, hookers, floozies. I've been seeing 2 girls around here recently. They stand out on the street and peek into our windows.
Maybe Abaurisa is playing a prank. This can wait. Ligia, I'm really dead on my feet, but there's one more thing we need to have a word about.
I wonder what I don't know yet.
How long have you known your chief?
What does that matter?
So you knew he worked for the Ochrana?
Yes. You'd have found in the end anyway, but he asked me not to tell you right away.
I understand that each of us has various relationships we're tangled up in. But I think we should start talking about them more often.
Agreed. I'll only add that a contact like him is very useful in business.
I'm guessing he knows how to arrange contacts for you. I'm sure he often invites you to all sorts of soirees and receptions, right?
I don't always accept. It seems like we've each got our own miracle worker. I know who he is, and I treat him very cautiously. Plus, we've already established that you don't report to me about your acquaintances. Besides, it was Papa who introduced him to me all those years ago. What's the real reason we're talking about Konieczkin?
I saw him once more, at Port Praga.
What were you doing there?
I helped Swietłana. She wanted to flee the country.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Do you know what forces you're playing with? You know full well who she is.
Who she was.
Sorry, what?
Swietłana is dead. She was just setting off on a lovely voyage when Golem appeared and... Swietłana is dead.
We're finished. They'll put us both in prison. What will become of us?
Maybe your devoted secret police chief will reveal something. Perhaps you should ask him. Yes, I know he's from the Ochrana. He's bragged to me about it himself.
Well, maybe your magic monk is up to something, No, I've had enough. Don't say another word. I desperately need to be alone right now. Where are my cigarettes?
Akt drugi. Kto nie traci, ten nie zyskuje. No proszę. Wszystkie nasze klątwy. Połóż się spać. Dobra. Że tutaj? Chyba tutaj, nie? A jak z szafą? Coś mnie odblokowało? Niekoniecznie. Wielka to szkoda. Aha.
It looks familiar, and yet different. Well, well. Is the stream?
Źródło klątwy Golema.
I need to get out of here.
Fool.
Father.
Blind fool.
Well, what don't I see? Maybe you could give me an answer this time.
What don't you know?
Why did you let a rat like Konieczkin into our home? Now he's dogging Ligia and me. Were you working for him? Did you start informing on your customers for him?
A fool's theory.
A Fool's Theory. Studio, które stworzyło tę grę, nazywa się Fool's Theory.
Why is the Golem pursuing our blood? You've not just put me in danger, but Ligia as well. Who did you hurt so much that the Golem was aiming to... Hold on. It succeeded, didn't it? That's what killed you. That's what made the building fall on you. Who inflicted this punishment on you? What for? And how the hell do I lift it?
Everything I've done
was with your children in mind. I've heard it all before. For our good, I know. Thanks a lot. I definitely didn't ask for a blood curse. Are you finally going to say something?
You've wasted your time. I left you all the answers. You just have to find them.
Where am I supposed to look for them? In the Black Grimoire, which I nearly got from you? In that case, where is it? Who was it? Your friends? Your coterie that you hid even from your lover? Who are they? What were you planning?
You possess everything I had. I have left you everything you need.
Come back here! I'm not finished with you yet!
Okej. Siostra na dole czeka. Okej.
Look who's up. Sleeping Beauty. Have some coffee. In the morning, Grażynka brews it strong. All the revelations yesterday overwhelmed me a little. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my outburst.
Forgive me for yesterday. Warsaw was getting to me.
Yes, I know the feeling. And I don't want to quarrel with you either. We'd be better off focusing on the obstacles ahead of us. I thought that, given our situation, your suggestion to talk to Konieczkin wasn't so bad after all.
I suspect he'll offer us a deal with the devil.
For now, I'm just thinking out loud. What's next?
I had a dream about Father.
Me too. Right after he died. He was soothing me with my favorite lullaby.
First he insulted me, and then blood poured down his face.
Very funny. Do you see him often in your dreams?
This was only the second time. I hope there will be more. It's been a long time since I was quarantined in the hospital. They're not ordinary dreams. They're very realistic visions. I talk to him, I ask questions, but I can't understand his answers.
Why don't we focus on real life?
Has anything been reported about Port Praga?
I've been keeping an eye out, but nothing yet. But Svetlana's disappearance won't go unnoticed for long. Hyenas like fresh corpses.
I know that you're still sorting through things there, but I really have to visit our store in Mirów.
I'm basically done, and I was planning to go there now after breakfast. Will you join me?
I should look through all of Father's things in the store. Everything he left behind.
All right. Let's go.
No proszę.
Not much has changed here.
Just the sign. Or maybe the owner.
That's right. Now it's your kingdom.
I don't think queens dig through columns of numbers, exotic names, addresses, and consignment notes. Or scold customers who don't know the difference between powdered skull and powdered mummy. Have you developed an interest in the family business?
Actually, what is the difference between mummy powder and skull powder?
Skull powder is powder from a skull. You use it to make an extract for apoplexy and bleeding. Thomas Willis, a pioneer of brain research, had a habit of adding it to his hot chocolate. Powdered mummy is an oil. Egyptian mummies are covered in a dark substance that's a mixture of embalming fluids and organic fluids from the body of the deceased. This hardened human resin has to be scraped off the mummy and made into an oil. It helps with wounds, rashes, sore throats, and dizziness.
It sounds like that substance is bitumen. And there are easy ways of getting it than scraping mummies.
That might be. But our customers prefer scraped mummies. Unless you're considering diversifying our selection.
This conversation has convinced me even more that Father left the business in the right hands.
Come into my chamber. I have to take care of the inventory. Try not to make more of a mess than there already is.
No dobra, przeszukaj sklep szóstkich. Będzie wesoło. Zegar stanął w miejscu, ktokolwiek go nakręca, przygapił moment. Po raz ostatni jak kręca ulubiony zegar. Rutyna się kończy i nie towarzyszy temu spokój nadchodzącej emerytury, a złość kogoś, kto odchodzi, ktoś nie chce. To było nieuniknione, dalsza praca z szóstkim jest niemożliwa, niezgodna, trzeba odejść dziś. Mordechaj Hayat. No proszę.
What is this?
The photograph, Victor. A marvelous invention. Father was very fond of them.
I meant what Father has on his face. That smile. I'm sure someone he disliked had just died.
Did you want something, or are you here to joke around?
The guy next to Father. That's Hayat, right?
Yes, he's just younger, Victor. That's how photographs work, you know. They stop time and place. I can also see here that they were friends. But a year ago, that ended and they stopped working together.
Yes, you mentioned it recently.
It's a shame Papa never said why. Is that all?
When was this picture taken?
Who knows, a quarter century ago? We must not have even been 5. You two look more and more alike.
Don't scare me. I'm taking another look around.
Is that?
Yes. I'll take a quick look around.
Be careful. On my way.
Kurde bele, co to był golem chyba, nie? Okej. Podpis Mordechaja przypomniał swoimi emocjami. Te starsze śpiewają o pogodnym życiu i zadowoleniu w solidnej pracy. Mordechaj nasłał golema, nie? W oziębłych słowach Mordechaj rezygnuje z posady. Prosi ojca o zaniechanie wszystkich kontaktów oraz unikanie Mirowa, gdzie będzie przebywał. Okej. No dobra. Jeszcze możemy pogadać.
I wanted to talk to you about a certain university.
Has anything strange happened lately? Anything that might have something to do with the golem?
A cup fell from the table and someone stumbled while crossing the doorstep, but I assume those aren't things that can be attributed to a golem.
Most likely common clumsiness. That's good news.
And some plaster fell from the ceiling, but that's probably because something was passing by. Nothing serious. Anything else?
The store looks better than I remembered. More human.
I've sorted through the remaining junk and I'm keeping the monkey brains, prepared corpses, and potency ointments just in the catalog now, so mothers can come here with their kids.
Do you want to be better than Father?
People look at a businesswoman strangely, so I intend to prove to them that I'm better than businessmen. I'm doing my best.
What's this mysterious university?
I'm giving a lecture at the Flying University. It's a very informal educational initiative, not to say secret. And an important one, especially for women who can get an education from us, which they are legally prohibited from doing under the partition. I'd like you to come with me.
What's the lecture about?
The economic aspect of the woman's question. I've gathered some interesting data and managed to get some great sources from France and England. Come on! Those 2 brain cells you still have will appreciate a break from booze and trouble. Come with me.
Of course I will go. I will be honored.
No questions or bargaining? Who are you and what have you done to my brother?
If it's important to you, there's no need to persuade me.
The university is meeting in the antiquarian bookshop across the Green Square. Which brings us to the most important thing. Everyone brings something sweet, so I ordered some donuts from Mrs. Jagoda. The best ones. And the best donut is filled with...
O nie, ona mówiła, że ze śliwkami, nie?
With plum.
Now and ever and unto the ages of ages. Amen. Get those donuts, will you?
I'll see what I can do.
Dobra. Przeszukaj gabinet ojca. Tu już chyba nic nie znajdziemy, nie? Unless... Gabinet ojca. W domu, prawda? Ja jestem ciekaw jednej rzeczy. Czy to nie jest tak przypadkiem, że teraz mamy zadanko? Dzieci szatana, zobaczcie z Rasputinem. Niebezpieczne znajomości, przyjaciele ojca. To są główne. O proszę, wykład. Ogarnijmy to. Odbierzmy pączki z cukierni. Zróbmy to, bo to dla ligi ważne. Jestem ciekaw, czy przypadkiem nie będzie to miało, wiecie, konsekwencji, jeżeli tego nie zrobię. Czy nie będzie zawiedziona, nie? Siostra. Jaka mgła, cholera. No nie.
Fate has brought us together again, Viktor Szulski.
Why do you bother, King of the Tempermancers?
I learned from my mistakes, and now the time has come for me to reclaim the throne and the title that I deserve. Come on, I dare you!
Do you pester other Thaumaturges too?
Of course not. The others are insignificant compared to you. I dare you.
No dobra.
All right.
To me, visitors. To me.
Szybki wpierdziel.
Have you had enough?
Never. There is no shame in losing to a better man. The way tells me to find you again soon.
Please, leave me alone.
A Tempermancer can never give up, even if fate laughs in his face. This is the principle I live by. You cannot break my spirit that easily. Stay well, until fate makes our paths cross again, King of the Tempermancers.
Stary, miej litość. Ile razy jeszcze muszę spuścić ci w pierdziel, co? Masakra. Gdzie są pączki? Tu są pączki. Dzień dobry, ja po pączki.
It smells so nice in here. Is that vanilla?
Vanilla, raisins, butter, sugar, and some more butter. You're in heaven. Can I help you?
I'd like to collect Ligia Szurska's order.
I can't believe my eyes. Little Victor? Oh my, how you've grown, and how handsome you've become. Where is that little cherub who would stand in front of the display, staring at pastries?
That gluten is still here. I can't forget your cream pie with cherries. I've been dreaming about it for 15 years.
You see, my lovely, the trick is quite simple. It's just a little butter. About 3 packs of...
Excuse me? I'm waiting for my order here.
No reason to be angry, darling. Just wait a moment. My daughter is taking the fruitcake out of the oven now. It will be hot.
With raisins and orange peel? I'll wait then.
Are you sure you're not a thaumaturge?
I take the donuts and don't ask awkward questions. Have a nice day.
Ekstra. Dobra, poczekam na wykład, ale jaja. A co tu mamy? Wierszyk w czasopiśmie satyrycznym. Byłem wczoraj wieczór u doktora Jasińskiego na Plebáńskiej. Jak? Najpierw wygrzmocił mi solidnie plecy, potem wyrozciągał wszystkie kości, na koniec nastawił mi kręgi, aż chrupało. Bolał jak diabli, a czułeś się jak nowy. Po co ci doktor? Żaliłeś się nieraz, że twoja żona w przypływie złości zdziela cię wałkiem. Tak, ale doktor Jasiński zdziela mnie w milczeniu. O rany. Zażalenie. Okej. La plum. Poczekaj, czyli siądźmy na ławce, tak?
Let me rest. Let's wait until... So, let's kill some time.
No dobra. Pamiętnik dewotki. Warszawa z roku na rok też bardziej pogrąża się w odmęty moralnego zepsucia. A gdzie ten wykład? Zaproszenie. W końcu roku, który taka jest muzyka, okej. Jan Rocki. Daleko ten wykład. W takim dosyć osobliwym miejscu, nie? I tu jest niby uniwerek. Skład staroci. Antykwariat, o proszę.
Mr. Szulski, I presume.
What gave me away?
Your resemblance to Ligia. And the book at your waist. That's an interesting way of sewing up the binding. Let me take your coat. The lecture has already started. Follow the corridor.
A jednak wziął płaszcz. Surgizm w architekturze, profesor Jan Zapędowski. O proszę.
The professor has already made a judgment.
Przewodnik po Warszawie, Franciszek Borycz. Gnojna Góra.
A change for the better? Surprising in this town.
Przedpiekle Gabriela Zapolska. Słuchaj, nie pozwól się uczyć na fortepianie, to zabija. Urwała i otarła łzę. Oko brandenburskie nie życie, jak do mnie. Jak mnie do tego fortepianu zasadzał, tak jak mi żołądek z brzucha wyjął.
Boarding schools for girls truly are a devilish invention.
Inequality between the sexes is a real problem that keeps society in economic stagnation. No wonder if half of population cannot take up a job or are not adequately remunerated for their work. We want to study, work, make our own choices. We want all of our lives.
Ligia, I'd love to see you on the faculty. You must agree.
There you are. Samuel, Cecilia, I'd like you to meet my brother.
Mr. Szulski? The Victor Szulski? The Thaumaturge?
Yes, madam. It is I.
Oh, I need to talk to you about thaumaturgy. Ligia has told me a lot about you. I've been interested in it ever since I was a child, although, sadly, I was not blessed with power.
Sadly is not a word I would use.
Mr. Szulski, welcome to the Flying University.
The university is an interesting venture. Where did you get the idea?
Out of necessity. The occupiers control all the academies. They don't allow women to study and don't care about the level of education. And the future Poland will need an intellectual elite.
Where does the university's name come from?
For obvious reasons, we don't have a permanent residence. Our academy is constantly flying between the apartments of people willing to host us.
Some also mockingly say we are a childlike and girlish university, as the university was created with women in mind.
But the mockery will soon end because our graduates have already started scientific careers abroad.
Are there any known names among the graduates?
Mrs. Skłodowska-Curie, for instance.
No proszę.
Our Nobel Prize winner. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Congratulations, Professor. You did great.
I did? And what did you like the most?
I only got there at the end, but what I heard sounded competent. You know that science is your domain, not mine. Still, it doesn't change the fact I'm very proud of you. I'll take a look around the room.
Mr. Szulski, we must talk. It's important. Please find me later.
Oh. I think you'll find that the catering tables aren't the only place you'll find something sweet.
Give me a break.
Only if you brought some donuts.
I did. I know one should not stand between you and sugar.
You're speaking words of wisdom, brother.
Then I will leave you as well. Mr. Szulski, please meet our students.
Okej, odłóż pączki na stół.
I also write term papers for the principal school students. Would you like some work? Excuse me, and you are...
Wiktor Szulski.
You are Ligia's brother?
It's great that you came to your sister's lecture.
Not all of us have that kind of support.
I think my presence here is of no importance. Liga has always been the smartest in the family.
You are completely different from my brother. He thinks an educated woman is a disgrace to her family. If he knew I studied, he'd beat me until I was bleeding.
We all take some risk. Well, maybe everyone except Polina.
What do you mean?
She's Russian, and I'm sure she'll bring the police down on us. I don't know why Dickstein trusts her.
Don't waste your breath. Better have an eclair.
Masz rację, nie martw się, lepiej zjedz eklerkę. O kurde.
What is it? Do you need help?
So you're on first name terms with Samuel, huh? How did that happen?
Everyone's on first name terms with everyone else here.
Somehow, I haven't noticed him giving any other student that much attention.
Watch it. You're going to get it.
How did you happen to start studying?
I was helping Dad with business and I was doing fine, so he encouraged me to apply.
It's the least he could do for you. I'll be off now. You wanted to talk to me?
I've got a whole bunch of questions, and I really hope you can answer them.
Check your enthusiasm, please. You and your dress take all of our oxygen.
Lucrezia, only feeble men are afraid to be inquisitive, and the Thaumaturge cannot be feeble. The power you possess meddles with the very fabric of reality and the most subtle aspect of human psyche. It is...
Overrated at the best and made up at worst.
I share your admiration for thaumaturgy.
Too bad people are too ignorant to appreciate it. Hopefully, that will change.
The bookseller went mad. Help!
Is that your doing?
Now you believe in thaumaturgy?
Mr. Shulsky, please don't mind her. Let's go, they might need you.
This is tragic! I need to yell about it! Thieves! This is an outrage! Do not tell me what to do. It is definitely the time to be nervous.
I'm just saying we can look together. It might be a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? It's a theft! You! I bet you did it!
What happened?
The first edition of A Nation Tale is gone. My beloved game exposed to sunshine. Master, crazy fingers!
Oh, what a horrible tragedy.
You can't treat me like that. Nobody leaves this place. Either I get my book back or I'm calling the police.
What do you mean? I can't stay here any longer.
Antoni, do not threaten my students.
They are not students. They're animals.
Mr. Shulsky can find your book.
How can you be so sure, Miss Cecilia?
You are a thaumaturge. You can identify the culprit from the traces of strong emotions.
That's not exactly how it works, but still, your knowledge is impressive. Yes, I can do that.
Really? And then can you bring eternal misery upon the thief?
No, but I can find what you've lost, and I guess that's what you want.
Let's call it the minimum plan.
That's enough, Antoni. Mr. Shulsky, we'd all be obliged.
Okej. Porcelana wypada z nieostrożnych rąk, rozbryzgując herbatę na podłodze. Okej. Drzwi do bloki są otwarte, zamek nie jest uszkodzony. Okej. Jak beztroska klauna i podekscytowanie linoskoczka przed pierwszym krokiem w pustkę. No ciekawe. Wytrych ukryty w doniczce, o proszę. Tylko kto?
You don't understand. I want to leave.
And I want my volume to be in my display case. Maybe you're the one who has it.
I'm not a thief, and I don't have to explain myself.
Why do you want to leave right now?
I told my parents I was going to church. If I'm not back on time, they'll start to look for me, and I'll be in trouble. Please help me.
You can help by searching this young lady.
I know subtler ways. Could you give me a personal item, please? No, she's not the one who stole the book. The trace doesn't match.
How do you know?
There's no trace of the thief on this item. That lady did not steal the book.
I see. I can't open the door, but I can help you with your parents. I know what it's like when your loved ones don't understand your passion for books.
I see. Thank you for your help.
Mr. Shulsky, there are guest codes in the wardrobe. I will let you in there if it helps you to catch that degenerate.
That might be helpful.
Then follow me, please.
Oj, oj. Dawaj. Elegancki kobiecy płaszcz. No proszę, męski płaszcz. No i mamy to. Czyli męski płaszcz, zbadaj garderobę.
And? Have you found anything?
Maybe, although I still need some information.
Well, what are you waiting for? Fire away!
Zaraz.
The large coat belongs to Miss Lucrezia, I presume. The one with the satin lining?
Yeah, no doubt. But I don't know why you're wasting your time on this.
I found a men's coat in the wardrobe, one with embroidered initials and wooden buttons. Do you remember who it belongs to?
With a worn-out collar and elbow patches? That's Valdemar's coat.
You have good memory.
Which you are using in a ridiculous way. Why don't you look for that degenerate?
Thank you. That was very helpful.
I will wait for the results then.
Okej. Mamy to. Trzeba teraz pogadać z Waldemarem, nie?
A grey coat with embroidered initials and wooden buttons. It belongs to you, doesn't it?
Why do you ask?
I think it belongs to the thief.
What? No, I don't wear a coat.
It's September.
I like the cold, and that is not a crime. Leave me alone.
Za tropem myśli.
Here, I found your book. And what's this? I hope you will find my little plot amusing. The city must recognize the power of thaumaturgy. Enjoy your show. You have earned it. Cecilia. I should return the volume. The bookseller will finally calm down. And then I will have a talk with the author of this letter.
No proszę. Wniosek jest taki, że odnalazłem wolumin. Ze środka wypadł liścik od Cecylii. Intryga była zaplanowana, ja nie lubię być narzędziem cudzych gierek. Trzeba będzie opierdzielić. I to równo od góry do dołu.
Here is your volume.
You came back to me, safe and sound. Praise the Lord.
I hope it was all just a mistake.
No, it was planned.
That was obvious. How did you find the book?
I found the lockpicks that the thief used to open the display case. They were marked with this trace.
And that is how you determined his identity? What an exceptional display of thaumaturgy.
As impressive as conjuring up ghosts at a seance.
I would like to see you say that to Madame Samira.
Of course you know each other. You both prey on people's gullibility.
Stop, both of you. Please tell us who took the book from the display case.
The book was in the bedroom, under the bed.
What a captivating display of power. Shame there wasn't a missing sock there too. Now that would be a discovery.
Don't be sarcastic, it's the potential that matters.
What matters is who is responsible for that mess. Please, don't keep us in suspense.
The plot might not be too original, but it was certainly planned.
You might be missing the big picture.
The one responsible for stealing the book is Valdemar. He used his father's lockpicks and hid the book under the bed.
Valdemar? How could you?
What a disappointment.
The boy stole the book at Cecilia's request. She talked him into it.
It's impossible. Waldemar?
It's true, Mr. President. Cecilia said it would be a joke.
Do you understand what kind of situation this puts me in? How this affects our reputation?
I'm sorry, but it was necessary. I had my reasons.
What reasons?
Nobody treats thaumaturgy like a real science. I had to show its potential. Show what you're capable of.
That's enough! That is no excuse. I will talk to you in a minute. Leave us alone.
You know I was right.
I'm sorry you were used like that.
Thank you. Honestly, I don't like being led by the nose.
I understand. Cecilia's methods are disgraceful, but she does have a point. A lecture by a thaumaturge would enrich our academy. Please, consider it an offer.
I will think about it.
Ja? Wykładowcą? Nie. Zobaczcie z Rasputinem. O proszę, gabinet ojca. Co też w nim może być? Zostawił mi wszystko rzekomo, czego potrzebowałem. Sam nie wiem, co o tym myśleć. Jeszcze tu, jeszcze tam. Stary list. Dziwne, że ktoś go zachował pod zgrabnymi literami. Pulsuje głęboko ukryta toń taumaturgicznej wiadomości. Szukasz kabelisty poza Warszawą. Niepotrzebnie jeden z lepszych jest bliżej niż myślisz Izaak Sofer z synagogi nożyków. Wykaz nieruchomości należących do ojca. Tekst kabalistyczny uderza książką, biurko gwałtownie przewraca stronę. Rozrywa papier między drżącymi palcami z zniecierpliwieniem. Stachu, zniecierpliwiony w życiu. Amulet, cylindryczny medalion skrywa ochronną inkantację w języku hebrajskim. O proszę, słowa weryty na amulecie mają żalem, wiadomość zaklęta w medalionie szepcze o ostrzeżeniu, echo rzuconej klątwy Golema pachnie mroczną kabałą. Geneza Golema to rabin Sofer z synagogi nożyków nałożył na ojca klątwę Golema. Ciekawe, że szczególnie, że dwóch tych się najwyraźniej przyjaźniło, o kurde. Zwykle drewniane pudełko, nic specjalnego. Podejrzany adres wiadomości, którą mógł podczytać tylko inny Thaumaturg, pachnie tajemnicą, spiskiem. Powinienem to sprawdzić. Udaj się do synagogi nożyków. Pomów z Mordechajem Hayatem. Domyślam się, że będzie on tam. Chociaż tego nie jestem pewien akurat, ale kto wie. Wydaje mi się, że jest duża szansa, że tak będzie. Synagoga nożyków. Ciekawe, czy to tutaj, czy gdzieś daleko. Mirów. Nowa dzielnia. Jeszcze tam nie byliśmy. W sensie, no byliśmy w sumie z siostrą. Prowadź mnie, gro. Synagoga nożyków. Pomów z rabinem. Jeden rabin powie tak, drugi powie nie.
Hello.
You said a month, 2 at most. I believed you. Then came the very first rain, and it was pouring in again. You fixed it, then the next rain. Soaked. I can't sleep because I have to keep emptying buckets. It's leaking just as badly as it was before. But the eyes of God are in every place, and they're watching.
Rabbi, when I said 2 months, you said there was one hole in the ceiling, but the whole building is in shambles here.
I can do it.
Quiet! You can seal up your daddy's barn with straw. The roof is gonna get holes because the foundations are crumbling.
So, let's go down to the basement.
Oh no, definitely not there.
A temu co?
Why do you afflict me so? I know why, because you know I shall bear it. Well, sir, are you just here to listen, or have you got something to say?
Am I speaking to Rabbi Sofer?
You see, all I gotta do is mention these cellars and his name comes up.
Would Hashem let a synagogue be haunted?
Hey now, quiet.
You're too late, I'm afraid. My name is Feldman. Rabbi Sofer departed this world almost a year ago. Forgive me, I have worldly matters to attend to.
I understand, Rabbi. And if someone were to help you with these workers?
In the words of the market woman trying to tempt a Jewish man into idolatry, what harm would it do?
I understand.
No dobra. Okej, nie bądź tak do przodu, młody. Co tu można ogarnąć? Wjadę na deszczówkę. Widać, że przecieka więcej niż w jednym miejscu. Wysłużona na pewno będzie więcej niż jeden remont. Pęknięta ściana. O kurde bele. Gdy się strach przed słuszną karą boską wmrze o tym, którzy prawdziwie na nią zasługują, wszak gdyby Bóg chciał inaczej, byłoby inaczej. Robotnicy są bogobojni, a swej wierze doszli do odmiennych wniosków. Młodszy chce jak najszybciej odnowić świątynię na boską chwałę, starszy boi się, że prawego, co Bóg swoją wolą zniszczył, jest grzechem. O kurde bele. Pany, litości.
Back up. God helps those who help themselves.
But maybe you're right, Rabbi. Maybe Hashem is afflicting us, setting a test for us.
You heard the guy talking about Sofer. The old man cursed this place, especially these cellars.
So I'll go on my own and show that Hashem protects me against curses in Hashem's domain.
On your own. You can seal up your daddy's barn, right? Fine, let's go.
You've gotten the better of me again, Hashem. Your tests still surprise me, but if this is your will, I think Hashem has sent you to me. Who are you?
I'm the son of Stanisław Szulski, and I really need help.
Let's go into my office. Let's show Hashem we accept the challenge.
Okej. Kancelaria. Muzyka. Nie tylko. Homilia o Szymonie Magu. Notka Sofera. Wczoraj, gdy szedłem w stronę ulicy Grzybowskiej, uderzyło mnie intensywne, acz nieznane odczucie, jakie towarzyszą mi zwykle tam, gdzie gra się salutor. Uderzyło mnie z całą mocą, gdy mijałem targowisko. Nie rozpoznaję jednak tego rodzaju energii, egzotyczny, dzikiej, ten przybysz nie jest stąd.
What do we have here? What do we have here?
Please, tell me what problem brought you here.
Maybe, Rabbi, you could tell me something about golems.
Thaumaturge, golems belong to Kabbalah, and you're forbidden from knowing anything about them. It's a trap for a soul. There are tales of golems being summoned for revenge, or in good faith, for protection. But they all end rather badly.
Rabbi Sofer put a curse on my father. Unfortunately, it started affecting his children as well.
A curse is a serious accusation, you know. I find it hard to believe Sofer would do such a thing. Do you think this has something to do with the golem?
I don't know. Did the old rabbi perhaps leave some things here? May I take a look at them?
Yes, here you are. All his books are here. I don't think I threw anything out. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Rabbi, could you tell me something about Sofer?
He was fair, but also difficult and very principled, like this city. Riots, provocations, pogroms, overpopulation. But if he's the one who inflicted the curse, he must have been a powerful thaumaturge and Kabbalist.
Who can summon a golem?
Normally, it's determined by need. The Kabbalist rabbi summons the golem himself, but other Jewish people can also entreat him to do so. In legends, the golem is a terrible punishment and a tool for meting out divine justice. But I think it's an offense against Hashem, and revenge is no justice.
How can I stop a golem?
To summon it to life, you write the 3 Hebrew letters spelling emes, truth, on the clay that formed it. In an attempt to stop the monster, the heroes of these legends would erase the first letter from its clay body. That leaves mes, which means death. But I don't know how much truth is in that.
Rabbi, could you help me understand something about Kabbalah?
No, and I'll say no more on the subject. I fear for your soul.
I'm afraid that I won't find anything more here. Thank you, Rabbi.
No dobra, badaj. Recepta na lewkę wzmacniającą serce, pismo lekarza i należy do schludnych, ale w Rumunii głęboko troską o kompana.
Mordechai Hayat. What do you know?
Obok pleśni kulą się słowa prośby wypowiedzianej nad filiżanką herbaty. Prośba o rzucenie klątwy Golema. O kurna. Jednak pieprzony Hayat, nie? Drogie pióro wieczne z pogrzeżoną końcówką. Słowa wyszły z gardła, ale zatrzymały się na pogrzeżonej końcówce pióra, odmówił dalszego marszu. No proszę.
Rabbi?
I'm listening.
Mordechai Hayat. Do you know that name, Rabbi?
He owns one of the laundries here in Miruf, but I admit he doesn't really come to see me. Maybe there are other things I could be of more help with.
I found a prescription belonging to the old rabbi. Was something troubling him?
He had heart problems. The local pharmacist would even bring him some kind of special medicine.
What was that pharmacist called?
Abraham Horowitz. But now his pharmacy is sitting empty.
Let me guess. He's dead?
Unfortunately. Some say that the socialists were involved. Others claim it was the Ochrana's doing. Let's keep talking, if you need to.
I'll be off now.
I'll pray for you.
Dzięki, Rabi. Dobra. Spadaj apteka Chorowice. Wow. Szulski, co to odpierdzielasz, co? No ześwirował mi, no. Masakra. Normalnie szok, niedowierzanie. W czym rzecz? Z Hayatem i tak musimy pogadać, ale martwię się, że u Chorowica jeszcze znajdziemy coś, co może mi jakkolwiek pomóc. Oj wej. Następny oj wej. Co nie tak oj wej? Szalik. Pomiędzy frędzami wyplątało się kilka słów nerwowych wyjaśnień. No dobra. Mój drogi, wieczorem spotykamy się na brydża, a tam gdzie zawsze. Dobra. Mordechai Hayat. Ojej. Coś jest. Tam coś jest. To ciekawe. Apteka Abrahama Chorowice. Ciekawe, czy z niej też czy w niej znajdziemy też jakieś, wiecie, na Hayata mocne argumenty. Może wypuścić buty. O ja pierdzielę, może wyczyścić buty za kopiejkę. Stara apteka. Parapet, widać kółko od szklanek i kubków. Ktoś tu nie używał podkładki. Lepszy od losu, który zgotują ten Thaumaturge, to Szulskiego należy się bać. Chorowic się bał Szulskiego? W sensie ojca? Apteka była dumą okolica przestała. Klienci skierowali kroki w inną stronę i było to takie złe, gdyby nie ich szepty. Widać, denko pomada była i się zmyła. Pudełko jest gęsto odklejone słowami rzeczowej kalkulacji i skupienia na celu. Jeśli polecenie ma być wypełnione, wybuch musi być widowiskowy. O kurde bele. Mordechaj obwiniał ojca od zniknięcia Abrahama Horowitza, nie znał całej prawdy. Horowicz był zamieszany w niebezpieczną grę między socjalistami i ochraną, która prędzej czy później naraziłaby na niebezpieczeństwo wielu ludzi. Stanisław Szulski pozbył się aptekarza z zimną krwią, ale zrobił to w imię większego dobra. O, w mordę jeża. No to teraz musimy pogadać z Hayatem. No wszystko wiemy. Ja pierdzielę. To będzie trudna rozmowa. Ale przynajmniej wyciągnęliśmy wszystkie wnioski, które mogliśmy. Z tego się cieszę, bo mamy mniej więcej pojęcie o sytuacji względem wszystkich, nie? Jest freud. A bo oni mówią widysz w żydowskim języku, nie? Dobry, się okaże.
That's him, the one with the book. You oozing carbuncle. You ain't had enough of Warsaw yet? So you're sticking your nose in on people here?
You know what happens to fellas who sniff around where they ain't supposed to?
Mirov don't kid around with them.
I just wanted to stop by the laundry.
He must have shit his pants. You'll have to find yourself another laundry.
No dobra. Jak stoimy, skupienie. Trzeba punktów nastukać. Następne ulepszenia. O kurde, Bereano są. No dobra, na razie jest ok. Bukawac poproszę, dziękuję uprzejmie. Jest jedna rzecz, którą bym w tej grze dodał. Możliwość rozwinięcia postaci tak, żeby zamiast bujek się z nich wygadać. Wiecie o co chodzi? Żeby po prostu przegadać kolesi, by się odwalili, nie? Albo wystraszyć ich. Słowami, nie? Żeby nie musieć skupiać się na walce. To było fajne, gdybym miał taką opcję zbudować tak postać. Bo ta walka jakoś nie jest, wiecie, turowa, nie jest satysfakcjonująca jakoś szczególnie. Jest przyjemna. Ale jakby fajnie by było móc na przykład w takich sytuacjach, kiedy nie walczę z bossem lub jakąś taką ważną postacią, tylko jakimiś opowieściami, powiedzieć, wiecie co, spieprzacie, wam nogi połamie, z dupy powyrywam. Oni na to, o nie! I obstrani uciekają. Fajnie by było. Oj, tu nie Uper, tylko tutaj chyba Wesel, nie powinien wjechać, tak, zamyśliłem się, sorry. Wesel od razu z tym atakiem, będzie koniec imprezy. Wiem, tam zostało może ze 3 HP teraz, nie? No i dobra. Połatana kapota. Kurtka skąsana przez ostre przekleństwo, rzucone w tłumionej furii na małżonkę, która śmie krytykować przetarty materiał w kratkę nierówne łaty. To jego ulubiona kurtka. Co z tego, że wygląda w niej jak żebrak? Nie musi być elegancki, wystarczy, że jest. Trzeba o siebie dbać, no. Powinno się.
You're talking nonsense!
By Abraham's beard, did you hear about Praga? I'm at the harbor getting fish, and half the wharf is in splinters. They said there's even bodies.
More bodies than they usually fish out of the Vistula? Practically every day. They were only just writing about Powiśle.
But listen to this. They're saying it's some giant did it all.
You sure?
Maybe I can help. Recently, I've taken an interest in one of those.
Leave us alone. Did you wander in here by mistake?
I hope those guys outside are your relatives. Otherwise, you're paying too much for your protection. Are you scared of something?
I'm not easily frightened. I have the time spent working with your father to thank for that. You got some dirty laundry that needs cleaning, Mr. Szulski.
You were curious how my father died. Beneath the ruins of a building in Śródmieście.
That's awful. How did it happen?
I'm glad you're asking. A remarkable death, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's have a word about your conflict with my father.
There was no such thing. I have warm feelings for the store, and his father as well.
Why did you quit working for my father?
It was a mutual decision.
I know that you and my father parted ways in bad terms. What happened?
We both had difficult personalities, but I still remember him fondly.
You're not telling me everything.
I don't have to explain myself to you, Mr. Shulsky.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell.
Coś mi tu śmierdzi, nie? Wspólna fotografia w biurze. Fotografia pokryta jest grubowarstwo żalu, rozczarowania. Mordechaj naprawdę w to wierzył. W przyjaźń, dobre intencje, w to, że Stanisław Szulski jest dobrym człowiekiem. Mylił się niestety. A ja mogę wejść w szafę. I mnie to wcale nie rusza. Okej. Zgubiona moneta. Moneta przysięgnięta irytacją do próby pojednania. Ile można tłumaczyć komuś, kto nie chce słuchać? Jak raz ogłoszą ci winnym, to już nic z tego nie zmieni. Mordechaj Hayat był przyjacielem, współpracownikiem ojca do czasu, aż Stanisław Szulski zrobił coś, co wywołało w nim nienawiść. Cokolwiek to było, popchnął Mordechaja do ostateczności i poprosił Robina Sofera o rzucenie klątwy Golema. Niestety po śmierci ojca klątwa przyszła na mnie. Dzięki, tato. O kurde, Bela, ale i jaja.
Is there something else you need?
Let's talk about your relationship with my father. A tense relationship.
Mr. Shulsky, I'll say it one more time. Stanisław and I didn't quarrel.
Liar. Your anger still lingers around the photograph of my father. You're going to find it hard to hide anything from me.
I'm not in the habit of speaking ill of the dead, Mr. Shulsky. Especially to their family. Old grudges drove us apart. Not all stains are easy to remove, especially ones on a person's honor.
And might they give you a reason to seek revenge? A motive?
I can't summon golems, if that's what you're getting at.
But you know there is such a possibility.
Is that all? I need to get back to work.
I know about the pharmacist.
Beg your pardon?
All this is because Abraham Horowitz, isn't it? He lost his life, and the whole community felt it. Seems like you did most of all. I just don't get why Horowitz was so important to you.
Community. Something you Shulskis don't know a thing about. Here, we take care of everyone equally. No one is more or less important than anyone else. Your father's punishment was fitting for his actions and his background. The wrath of the Jewish people. A death for a death.
Was it worth it? A golem is a blunt instrument that kills and harms everyone in reach.
What are you talking about?
My father and Sofer knew one another for years. Father knew the rabbi could be forced to create a golem if Horowitz was killed. They both took that risk. Sofer couldn't reveal that he knew Stanisław. He also knew that Horowitz had to disappear because he was a threat to too many people.
To whom?
That doesn't matter. You don't have anything to do with this, Mordechai. Just like I have nothing to do with my father's actions. I am connected to them only by my blood.
What do you want?
To get rid of the golem. Tell me something, anything, that will get me closer to a solution.
Instead of telling you, I'll show you.
Where? Into an alley, where some friend of yours will smack me around?
To the synagogue. Are you coming?
Yes. Let's go.
We'll stop to get Feldman. He should see this too.
Proszę. Szulski gotowe? Jak nigdy. Muszę to w końcu posprzątać. Podziemia? O kurde, skąd wiedziałeś o tym przejściu? Nie tylko wyznać się sekrety synagogi rabi. Żyję tu od dawna. Miałem czas. To co zrobiłeś, Mordechaju. Rabi, proszę cię. Wiesz, że nie unikniesz tej rozmowy. Powiedzmy szczerze, podtrzymuję sklepienia, wygląda jakby miała same zaraz runąć. Mogę wierzyć tuż pod moim nosem. Co to było? Sofer słowo o tym nie napisał nigdzie. Kamienie pękają, kruszą się, osuwają. Ściana rozsypuje się w pył i pilczą brutalnie nieludzkiej siły. Wiadra z gliną. O kurde, Mordechaja, to tutaj przywołano Golema. Spisany materiał. Nad materiałem zawisł słowa głębokiego skupienia. Każdy błąd, najmniejsze uchybienie w złożonej inkantacji może doprowadzić nie tylko do niepowodzenia, ale również śmierci kabalisty. To tu przywołano Golema, który dogonił i zabił mojego ojca, a teraz ściga mnie. Myślałem, że Thaumaturge nie mogą mieć fizycznej formy, ale myliłem się. No proszę.
So... No wonder the roof is leaking if the foundation is crumbling. A lovely metaphor, Hashem. But what happened here had nothing to do with Hashem. Did it?
Mr. Szulski wished to know the origin of his curse. This is where it took its shape. If I'd... Now I see it differently, but back then, when I was talking to Sofer, revenge and justice seemed one and the same.
Revenge is no justice. It is always dictated by anger, and in anger, erring comes easily. But Sofer agreed to it.
He summoned the Golem. What else do you want to know?
What do you remember from the moment you summoned the Golem?
Nothing. I don't want to go back to that.
No nie wiem.
As you wish.
Unlike your father, you understand the word no.
This place won't tell me anymore.
And what have you learned?
The hole you can't miss over there is the new door the Golem smashed when it was summoned to life.
And no one saw anything. How is that possible?
Is that your worry, Rabbi?
The clay formed a shell that Sofer infused with the saluter.
Sofer told me to bring clay. Sticky and cold. I can't say how many of those buckets there were. Hours sculpting the Colossus until my hands went numb. I could feel the clay absorbing my anger, as if my rage was making it take shape on its own.
Hours? That must have been horribly exhausting.
What's a few hours in exchange for a curse that lasts generations? These are the remains of some fabric that Sofer wrote something on, in Hebrew, I think. This might be some prayer, incantation, even a spell. There's not enough left to read anything. That's all, but I'm not any closer to a solution. I need someone like Sofer.
A thaumaturge and a Kabbalist?
Ariel?
Do you know one, Rabbi?
There's only one name that comes to mind, but...
Ariel Roffe. A good-for-nothing, vengeful, godless scoundrel.
Strong words from your lips.
Of course.
Do you know one another?
Well, I know him well enough to suspect that he might not want to help me. But I'll look for him.
Clearly the Szulski family has an easy time getting into conflict with Jews.
Come now, don't be silly.
There is just one thing I'd really like to know, Mr. Szulski. Standing where you are now, what do you think about your father's responsibility in all this?
For years I had no place in my father's life. Though I admit, in any event, that the feeling was mutual. But I don't want to judge him.
Debts must always be repaid.
I'm settling my scores.
All right, I think it's time for us to go. This place just makes the blood boil. Let's get Mr. Shulsky away from here. And stop by tomorrow. We'll have some tea and work through a few questions.
Mr. Shulsky, I would like this to be our farewell. I tell you from my heart, anger and pride are poor advisors. I know that firsthand, but it's too late for me. You can still save yourself. I'll be thinking of you.
Shall we?
Let's get out of here.
No dobra. Czy to jest ten, kto myślę? Raczej nie. Skontaktuj się z Arielem Rofe. Okej, a wśród głównych co mam jeszcze? Mam tego. Rasputina, nie? Sekret, który mu Świetłana zdradziła. Chciałbym się dowiedzieć, więc chodźmy do Rasputina dowiedzieć się. Dopytać. Na powązkach. Ciekawe. Tu na Darzyńskiej będziemy w takim razie. I miejmy nadzieję, że szybciutko pójdzie, bo w sumie Rasputin powinien mi tylko zdradzić sekret i voilà, i wtedy już do Ariela, nie? Drugi żydowski Ariel, jakiego znam, bo jest jeszcze Ariel Halwani. Jeżeli lubicie MMA, to wiecie.
Good evening.
I thought there'd be something to look at. Much ado about nothing.
Who are you? Last time, a different housekeeper came to greet me.
How about that? What? Don't you like us?
To są te dwie, o których mówiła siostra Rasputina nasyła, nie?
That remains to be seen. We haven't known one another long enough.
I have all I need to know who I'm dealing with.
This is Maria.
And this is Magdalena.
O kurde.
We've all been waiting for you.
Biblijne odniesienie.
Maria and Magdalena. Very interesting. Do you work for the Nadarzyńskis?
Grigory invited us here.
He's waiting for you.
Look at you two, joined at the hip. Are you ever apart?
Rarely. We complete one another, not just in conversation.
Stop it. I'm sure he's not here to talk to us.
Then what do you want?
I've come to see Rasputin.
We know, we know.
Podejrzane.
It looks familiar, and yet different.
At last, the wait is over. Here he is. Sit down, Victor.
What's going on? What sort of little shindig is this?
It's an expression of gratitude.
I didn't expect crowds. I was hoping we could speak privately.
Patience. Have a seat, as I asked you, and all will be explained.
I'll come back another time, but I hope you all enjoy yourselves.
Have a seat, please. Support the weak. Be patient towards all men. The moment has finally come. Here too is my loyal friend, Viktor Shulsky. It's thanks to him that we are where we are. And we will be in the future, where we intend. My mind has long been flooded with bloody visions. In their scarlet color, the mists of the future are reflected. I see a great star falling to the blood-stained earth, and the force of its impact tears the roof from sacred temples, including the Orthodox Church of Saint Mary Magdalene, here in Praga. The earth swallows up the Iberian Gate. Kazan Cathedral stands underwater, and Notre Dame de Paris is consumed by fire. Our homeland will then be exhausted by an illness that has long eaten away at her. There's a feeble spark of hope for us. It still flickers, though it may soon go out.
No.
The heir to the throne, little Alexei Romanov, is ill. But let's not be sad. This news is joyful, as a matter of fact. Because now we know where the source of the danger is, and I can help him. I will heal the heir, just as I healed Victor, though he was bereft of hope. Isn't that true, friend? You were a wreck of a man. Empty. A resentful shell. Stripped of the power that defines you. If not for me, you wouldn't be here among us now. But you are. Because, by God's grace, I aided your afflicted soul. I was the answer to your pitiful, begging eyes. I've helped you, just as you've helped us all. Thank you, friend.
Cholera. Śmierdzi mi tu.
This is all unnecessary. Truthfully, I've done nothing.
Powerful but modest. Where have you been all my life?
You gave us a chance, and as God as my witness, I won't waste it. Healing the Tsarevich means healing something much greater. The future. A future where each of us will receive equality and respect, regardless of who we are. Free from the afflictions of the body and the soul, living in health and its resulting ecstasy. Finally, in a future in which we can do anything, but don't have to do anything, offering unhindered freedom. To the Thaumaturge's health.
I'd rather not wake up to sights like that.
You didn't want Ligia to see you in such a state.
In that case, it could have been one of my best decisions.
Looking at the events of last night may be the only right one. Time to get up. Get yourself together, and we'll talk later.
Sleep is a waste of time.
Kanapa, poduszki, działo się. Służąca, sól na progu. Fartuch poplamiony. Okej, szczerze lubiła tę pracę, a darzyńcy byli dobrymi gospodarzami. Dłużej się tak nie da. Kurde. Jest wściekła, że Rasputin tu jest. No, państwo nadarzyńcy zaczęli obracać się w bardzo dziwnych kręgach. Nie przestaje zapraszać takich gości, ten Szulski. Troski służący. Wszystko wskazuje na to, obowiązkowa służąca nadarzyńskich nie wytrzymał obecności Rasputina oraz gości, których sprowadzał pod niegdyś szanowany dach. Co się dziwić, nie? Lampka wina. Na śladzie po kobiecych ustach stało się dziwne pożądanie. Coś nowego, jakby zdziwiło się niedawno, było zaskoczeniem. No co ją kręci wokół palca, nie? Jeden za drugim popniczka zdradza, że palaczka szuka w wirtualnym papierosie chwili ukojenia. Maria to jedna z tych sióstr, prawda? O ile to są siostry w ogóle. Palenie fajki towarzyszy szeregu porczywych myśli skupiających się wokół jednej dominującej to złe. Niemoralne zachowanie demoników jest dla palącego nie do zaakceptowania. To nie powinno tak wyglądać. Puste butelki po drogich alkoholach. Walizka. Na tanią majątek, który się nie znajduje, nie jest zbyt duży. Magdalena. Mówi, że ją zadba, że jest dla niego ważna. Oddam za nią tylko swoje serce. Order. Carski. W akcie przyrzekania wierności Rasputinowi. Rasputin zebrał wokół siebie bardzo barwne grono osób, które z pozoru nie wydają się mieć wiele ze sobą wspólnego. Pochodzą z różnych warstw społecznych, mają odmienne charaktery, jednak łączy jakieś zaufanie wobec Rasputina albo jego obietnic. Czy to początek kultu? Tylko Lucjan zdaje się mieć odmienną opinię. Ciekawe. No i dobra, wszystko wybadane. Zobaczmy, co też mi powie. Cukinkot.
There you are. Finally.
What really happened? My memory is failing me.
For those that sleep in the night are asleep, and those that drink are drunken.
Unbelievable.
Remember, no matter what happens, everything stays between us.
This place looked different. The Nadarzyńskis did too.
Everything is happening according to their will and with their blessing.
Not all of them are as favorable to you as your hosts. The housekeeper quit.
Well, Jesus had opponents too.
And look how it worked out for him. You're aiming high.
The highest. Anything else you want to share?
People believe in you. Yesterday, I felt as though I was part of some kind of cult.
People are everything, Victor. And we are almost like a family. Better, because we're joined by choice, not by blood. We're harbingers of the change that will soon take place. I'm only a guide lighting our way. If there's something still on your mind, speak up.
All these people, you've gathered a colorful group.
We all come from different environments, from different rungs on the ladder. And that's the most beautiful thing about this. What have you found out about them?
Aniela is unknowable, and Lucian is unhappy about the changes taking place in her.
Aniela has completely given up her lust for my sake. She'd rather just pray and pray. I respect that greatly, but I must share my time with others. Do you think that Lucian is jealous about the time his wife devotes to me?
It's possible.
Don't worry about it. Keep talking and asking.
Magdalena still hasn't rid herself of her youthful naivete. I think she's honestly fallen in love with you.
Are you surprised she has? Many a love has had such a beginning. She's a good girl. Let's not hold that against her.
Maria is calculated. She stays close because in you she sees a chance for a better life.
And what's wrong with that? I respect that. I don't demand that you all gaze upon me like a sacred icon. But loyalty? There are all sorts of ways a person can win that for themselves. Anything else?
How did you manage to convince the Tsarist officer to come to you?
He came of his own accord, like all of you. Lazarev has great potential. He's exceptionally eager. He senses that his country is sick, and he'd like to solve the problem. Is there more you need to know?
Enough about these people.
I'm at your service, Victor. Ask for what you want.
This whole farce, the thank yous, what's it all for? What intentions do you have toward me?
Intentions? That we become friends and help one another, and complement one another. I have skills that you don't, and vice versa. I'm not hiding anything from you, Victor.
I'll leave you alone. I've got business to get back to.
Go in health, friend.
No nie wiem, znowu wychodzę. O, miejsce spotkań taumaturgów, Exquise Me, to już takie znamy. No w każdym razie już wychodzę znowu od Rasputina i jestem, wiecie, taki, czuję się jakbym skopany, nie? Przeszukaj miejsce spotkań. Ale że serio? Kurde bela, no dobra. Miejsce spotkań taumaturgów. Niebezpieczne znajomości, czy to przypadkiem nie jest tak? Owszem, a potem skontaktuj się z Arielem Rofe. Kurde bela. Ciekawie. Dobra, zacznijmy od spotkań taumaturgów. Notatka dla posłańca. O cygarach. Śródmieście południowe. No to stru. W tym kierunku rzekomo. Ciekawe, kto będzie wśród tych znajomych. Czy będzie tam ktoś, kogo już znamy? Już widzieliśmy. Repertuar teatralny. Niedopałek papieroska. No ładnie. Gazeta. Konieczkin? Wygląda na to, że Konieczkin wysłał samo swoich ludzi. Komplement czy afront? Trudno ocenić.
I had no idea about this place.
Ślad spiskowca. Sama precyzja to sama dokładność. Tamten ślad znalazłem go na pudełku w gabinecie ojca. Wygląda na to, że osoba, która prosiła ojca o spotkanie z lekarzem, ma związki z rewolucjonistami. No proszę. Był talerzyk, nie ma talerzyka. Odkrucha egzystencja. Ślad pełny Stanisława. Nie da się pomylić z niczym innym. Tytuł rozczarowanie i ambicja. Ślad ojca.
Hello, sweet secret.
O kurde, ślad rabina. Sofer. Jednym tajemniczych przyjaciół ojca był Izak Sofer, którego amulet znalazłem w gabinecie w domu.
I think that's everything now. So, besides father, there were two more. A candy lover and a coffee lover. Konieczkin must have had one of them in mind. Quit whining. Mr. Sweet Tooth is definitely Sofer. He died before father, so he's not the one who took the grimoire. That's what I call you now. The doctor. Because you help rabbis and people the hospital is off limits to. Rebels and revolutionaries. Luckily, I know someone who matches the description. Maybe we'll find out what she needed that ammunition for. Come on, we'll be careful. Time to get some donuts at Rodwitz.
No proszę. Skontaktuj się z rewolucjonistami. Ach, tak. No dobra. Confident manipuluj.
Since we keep following one another around, maybe we should introduce ourselves.
What are you talking about?
You guys are so devoted. Is the pay worth so much hard work? Maybe it's time to fight for a raise.
I don't want to keep mucking around in this crap. Not for this kind of money. Following some spoiled brat around, standing for hours outside people's windows. And God alone knows what for. Not for this kind of money.
Wait up. I'm not gonna stand here on my own with him. Let's talk to the chief.
Ładnie ich załatwiłem, co? Mamy punkty, trzeba je rozdać, a ponieważ chciałbym, żebyśmy poszli właśnie umysł. Definitywnie. Mam jeszcze jeden punkt. Powoli. Punkty życia, skupienie. Tu są kolejne, widzę te. 4 kolejne, jest ich 8, prawda? Dostępne ulepszenia, no jeszcze nie. Skontaktuj się z rewolucjonistami. Ciekawe. Moglibyśmy się najpierw Golema pozbyć, nie? To byśmy musieli z Arielem pogadać. Baza Różyckiego. No dawaj. Zaraz okaże, że żarówka gdzieś tu będzie, nie? Pralnia? No bez jaj. Drogi Jadwisiu, pytasz mnie, jak mi się mieszka z cioteczką i wujem. Bardzo wiele tu wygód i pod tym względem jest to zmiana na lepsze. Ostatnio jednak zaobserwowałem, jak dziwne zwyczaje ma mój wuj. Słyszałeś już zapewne o nim, nazywa się Adam Bałucki. Ma jeden pokój obok sypialni, do którego nie pozwala nikomu wchodzić. Okej. O proszę, zamów piwo. Złoty dotyk Midasa, wszystko tyle psi od drogocennego chmielowego kruszcu. Kotek! Świeże kwiaty, chyba z pobliskiej kwiaciarni. Ślad pewny Wanda. No proszę. Do strajku, do walki towarzyszy robotnicy. Czasopismo Robotnik, proletariusze wszystkich krajów, łączcie się naprzód Warszawo. Prez caratem, niech żyje konstytuanta. Uberka Roblica. Na pierwszy rzut oka tego nie widać, ale ten lokal jest miejscem spotkań rewolucjonistów. Co więcej, Wanda tu jest. Bukiety świeże, a bez wątpienia to ona go tu przyniosła w przypadku jej śladu. Trudno o pomyłkę. No dobra. Poznaliśmy ją w więzieniu. Kotek! Jakiś liczny.
Is that cat and staff too?
You bet. He stirs the beer with his tail. What can I get you?
Yes, one donut, please.
Even if I had any, I wouldn't recommend them.
But I heard I was supposed to order a donut. Here.
It's all right, Yannick. I know him. Trouble follows you wherever you go.
Well, that makes two of us. Can we speak in private?
If I must.
Don't move a muscle.
Forgive our caution. Despite those delightful moments in the cell, I still don't trust you.
The ones who get out so quickly have friends in high places. What about you, Shulsky?
Meet Michal, and tell us, what do you actually want?
I need help.
And I'll help you because I'm a nice neighborhood girl, right?
Exactly. I could sense you had a heart of gold.
Speak.
I'm giving you a chance.
You can leave us. Come, Victor. Tell me what brings you here.
So these are the famous suites. Underground combat. Are you from the PPS?
The friendly neighborhood girl threw you off?
I admit, it's a very effective cover.
Isn't it? What brings you to this sweet place?
Is Bergrodbitz's cafe frequented only by your sympathizers?
No, but the name is known only by a select few.
Why did the PPS choose this particular place?
It's just one of many where we get together. The beer is drinkable here, and the boys are nice.
How exactly are you going to serve the cause?
The PPS has extensive structures. Most members engage in demonstrations or meetings, underground lectures.
I know a certain woman who's keenly interested in them.
Bring her sometime.
Maybe someday.
We're part of the PPS Combat Organization. We use more radical methods.
Do you shoot as well, or just carry ammo?
Want to find out?
You stole the Dutch pomade shipment. I read about it on the train from Vienna.
We're famous. Yes, that's true. But I won't tell you where it is, nor what it will be used for.
Actually, something else brings me here. What are you up to this evening?
Is that an offer, or are you just nosy?
It's an offer.
Tonight, I am overthrowing the patriarchy. Will you join me?
With pleasure. Just us and the sounds of a crumbling tyranny would be the perfect date.
It's hard for me to deny that, but seriously, I have plans. And that's all I'm willing to say on the topic. Is there anything else you wanted to ask?
I'm looking for a particular man. He's a doctor and a thaumaturge. He treats people with rather radical views.
Who do you mean? Us?
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Diplomatic. I'm sorry. We don't betray our comrades to anyone who asks.
So you do know one another after all.
Who knows?
How about this? I won't ask for anything else, but please, pass something on to him from me.
Are you praying to an onion?
Hush. What should I pass on to this doctor?
Zaproszenie do rozmowy.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Done.
What can you make out of that? Cough syrup?
Just pass it on to him. He'll know.
You're peculiar. Anything else?
I'll be off now.
If I get an answer from the doctor, I'll let you know. Look after yourself.
Fajnie to było, nie? Podobało mi się to naprawdę. To było super. Skontaktuj się z Rylem Rofa. O kurde, jaki wielki facet, nie? No dobra. To zrobiliśmy ogromny postęp. Trzeba teraz do Ariela się dostać jakoś. A dostaniemy się prawdopodobnie jadąc tramwajem. Tramway na... Zaraz, podpraski. What the fuck? Ariel Rofa. Dziupla fałszerzy w porcie. Raczej w porcie praskim. Bym powiedział, że będzie.
It's here, but something's wrong.
Aha.
No going through, Poliak. Czego nada?
What treasures are they hiding in there that they need all these guards?
His Excellency's dirty underwear. What do you care?
I'm looking for a friend who's gone missing. I want to see if he's here.
If he were here, I wouldn't brag about knowing somebody like that.
And if I insist, will you call your buddies over and give me a thrashing?
Da.
Ко мне, сукины дети. Бейте поляка.
O, nie zestraj się. Chodźcie, tu jest sprawa. Zaraz wchodzimy do szopy.
The police plus the ochrana. They had their way with this place.
Okej, ktoś tu stworzył skrytkę. Sprytne. Ariel-Rofa. Okno ma nieciekawy widok. Szyba nosi sobie pamięć twarzy. Twarzy wyglądającej przez okno. To Ariel. Podrobiony banknot. Pomysł był dobry, wykonanie najgorsze, jednak intuicja powiedziała, żeby schować banknot w swoim mieszkaniu, na razie zapomnieć o fałszowaniu pieniędzy. Zaschnięta chałka, niedojedzona, ale już to od dawna, okej. Ślad pewny. Mieszkanie Ariela musi znajdować się gdzieś wysoko nad piekarnią. Pewnie mieszka na poddaszu jeden z kamieni mirowych, skoro widzi z okna gościnny dwór.
Under the sky of Mirów, a Thaumaturge has his lair.
No dobra. To lecimy. Punkciki. Afisz. Aleksandra Kirchniera, komik. Spelunka. Okej. To na Mirów jedziemy w takim razie. Zgrabnie sobie poradziliśmy, nie? Mam nadzieję, że tak długaśny odcinek, moi drodzy, że jeszcze oglądacie i przetrwaliście. Po pierwsze zostawcie kciuka w górę, a po drugie napiszcie: nadal oglądam! Jestem dzielny lub dzielna. Chwała wam, moi drodzy, za to chwała wam, że wspólną przygodę razem ze mną doświadczacie. I to w takim niesamowitym klimacie jak przygody Szulskiego w Thaumaturgu. Coś pięknego.
Delightful.
Metalowa mezuza naznaczona niezwykle wyraźną taumaturgiczną intencją, która układa się w wiadomość. Ty, który tu wchodzisz, wypierdalaj to przy racę. No, minus jest taki, że ja tu Ariela Rofego nie widzę.
A kabbalist's den. So.
Gwoździe, wielkie żelazne gwoździe używane na budowlach. Jest na nich wyryte imię Barszczyk. Mam nadzieję, że już gdzieś je widziałem. Rękawice? No jak to gdzie? Widzieliśmy je. Na statku i tam, gdzie Barszczyk tłukł się, znaczy miał się tłuc, nie Javier? Kartka za kartką raz za razem noc po nocy. Gdy nie zawodzi. Hrabia Monte Cristo.
Ariel Rofe and God don't get along so well.
Zakurzona menora. Długie modlitwy religijne rozważają towarzyszące polerowanie świętego przedmiotu.
Is Rofe capable of emotion?
Gdzieś po drodze Lerofe doszedł do wniosku, że Boga nie ma, przeżyją najsilniejsi, a najlepszym życiowym celem jest zemsty, jednak pod maską twardego gangusa wciąż skrywa ciepłe i wrażliwe serce, jest pomocnym sąsiadem, lojalnym przyjacielem i rozpoczynającym po stracie kochankiem. Widzę cię, Ariel. O rany. Bazar Różyckiego, czyli mamy się wracać? Przecież byliśmy tam, nie? Na bazarze byliśmy, czy mi się zdaje? No przy samym wejściu by się Rofe nie kręcił raczej, nie? Czytaj poezję. Nasze czasy sprzyjały kreatywności, jeszcze nigdy poeci nie układali metafor tak mizernie, by cenzorzy wwiedzeni w pole poruszali się jakby w gęstej mgle. No proszę.
That wasn't too hard.
Skrzynia z butelkami wódki. No proszę, ten cały magii to nikt inny tylko Arlerofa i trzeba mu przyznać, że trzęsie całym bazarem. W okolicach masarni, czyli tam, gdzie było zamknięte i kazali mi spierdzielać, no. I wszystko jasne. Teraz winni mnie tam wpuścić, no. Czółko, ogóras.
Where do you think you're going, pretty boy?
I'm looking for someone. They say he's got a business here.
Do the smart thing and hit the road. Go on, fuck off.
I'm looking for Ariel Rofe.
Then you can double fuck off, you fucking dunkopf!
You'll attract more attention with that shouting.
Buzz on, for I get my club. You're not gonna tell me how to do my job, you flibbit and raggedy sod. Beat it!
But I know Ariel's got his hideout here. I even know which copper's hands he greases.
I don't know about no bribes, you
Provocateur?
Fuck off.
I swear, I know this is Ariel's hideout.
Know how to read? It says butcher's shop.
Sure, it's extra kosher, because there's no meat at all in there. Come on, every bum at Różyc reeks of booze from this place.
And when they come here, I'll tell them to fuck off.
Please, I just want a word with Ariel.
Ogres, how come he's still standing here mouthing off at you?
It's me, Victor.
Szulski, I remember. Fuck off.
So, should I give him what for, boss?
Do what you want.
Ariel, come on. Let's talk, please.
But Ogres, maybe don't take on the son of Srut Miestia on your own, yeah?
I'll call you a priest if you want.
Ja pierdzielę, naprawdę? Serio? Serio, panowie? Już odpieprzylibyście się, no. No dobra, niech będzie. Lelka się boisz, tak? Niech będzie lelek. I prosto było. Nie chcę nic mówić, a krew mi leci jak szalona, nie? Mamy to. Kurde, Bele, przez chwilę zacząłem się stresować, nie?
All right, leave him be. I'm sorry. Come on, Shulsky. Let's get out of sight. But if anything starts shaking, I'll shoot you.
Don't stare. That way.
Na zapleczu, o nie, on mnie zabije.
Got a problem?
Sit down. Tell me why you're bothering me, and how exactly did you find me?
I've got a certain problem, and I'd like to get rid of it quickly.
Is it made of clay and weighs 2 tons when it shows up? So you got sick of running back and forth across Kerridge Bridge?
I'm not going to pretend I understand.
Golems aren't great at swimming, remember? Since it's following you, going across a bridge would force it to. Forget it. I can see why you can't deal with it on your own.
I need the knowledge of a Kabbalist. Your knowledge.
I think I have at least a few reasons to say no, don't I? The main one is the death of my business partner and best friend.
My sympathies about Javier. Really, he didn't deserve it. But I didn't deserve a golem either.
A faithful friend and a quick healer.
I know you cared a lot for him.
If you ever stick your nose into my private business again, I'll cut it off. You got it?
I don't have time, Ariel. We both know that only you can help me. You can keep tormenting me, but are you going to tell me something or not?
I can torment you and tell you. A golem is a salutor like any other, but housed in a physical form. But you attract it and bind it in the same way.
So you need to discern the flaw of the person it's following and then defeat it.
Well done. The difference being that it's following blood first and the flaw second. But first you have to deprive the golem of its physical body, the shell in which the salutor is housed. You also need to know where the ritual was conducted, because that's the only place you can do it. Good luck.
How can I get rid of that clay shell it has?
You can't. For that you need a Kabbalist. Moi. I know the incantation for the Berur ritual.
What?
Instructions for reversing the evil eye, cleansing body and soul, and hiding from the unwanted, but why should I explain them to you?
I'm guessing this will cost me something. Money? A favor? A further humiliation?
We'll see.
I know the place the golem was summoned. The basement of Nozick Synagogue.
So, Sofer managed to do it?
So, apart from my family's blood, the golem is attracted to my initial flaw, right?
Initial? So how many have you got?
I meant the one and only flaw that reveals itself in youth.
And what salutor latched onto it? The Golden Duck of Warsaw?
Very funny. Thank you. So we're going into the basement of a synagogue, where you'll use Kabbalah to strip the golem of its physical form, right? Then I'll bind it and free myself from its curse?
Not quite. The golem
is mine.
What do you need the golem for?
None of your business.
You want revenge. That's very sentimental if you think about it.
I won't warn you again. Keep your nose out.
Odmówić, nie oddać golema, czy zgodzić się? Boję się, że Ariel go wykorzysta w zły sposób. A z drugiej strony, cholera, co ja mogę powiedzieć, nie? Co ja mogę zrobić?
Agreed. The golem will be yours.
You didn't say the magic words.
I hereby promise that the golem is yours, as long as you can handle it.
Way to go. Don't worry about the rest.
Hold on.
What?
If I lose my initial flaw, I'll lose contact with my initial salutor, right?
Could be yes, could be no. I don't know. Want to find out?
No.
Unless you've got a long line of relatives with flaws?
I've got a sister, twin, but I don't know if Ligia carries a flaw.
Lovely name. And a strong bond of blood. If she's important to you, the golem has to be bound.
I know.
Then go back to your sister and find out if she carries a flaw.
All right, I'll bring her here. Maybe she'll be better off without the flaw.
I'm not here to heal your conscience. You're one cold son of a bitch. A toast? A very successful batch. We haven't shipped everything out yet.
This won't make me go blind, will it?
The risk is part of the fun.
I'll risk it.
Ariel Rofe to jest trochę taki Alfie Solomon z Peaky Blinders, nie ma podobny vibe. Tamten cień był bardzo dziwny.
Ready?
We'll meet there. I've got one more thing to sort out.
Don't forget your sister.
No właśnie, siostra. Kurde bele. Dowiedz się, czy Ligia nosi skazę. Trzeba. Jest i tutaj siostra.
Not now, Victor. I don't have time.
We have to talk about the golem. I know how to stop it now.
You know what to do? Tell me.
Do you know what a flaw is?
Kind of, but Papa didn't tell me too much about his abilities.
A flaw is a hidden stamp that sometimes defines our behavior or even our lives. It's formed in the subconscious and centers around the things that matter most to us. It might be the memory of something tragic or shocking from the past, or something that takes us over completely, obsessively. If you were to tell me the one thing in your life that matters most, what would it be?
Where's this coming from? My family. And you, too, of course.
Now, seriously this time.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm putting you second. Work comes first. I want to work. Hard and honestly. And I want to be respected for it. Not have fingers pointed at me. And so it will be.
O kurde. No proszę. Posiadam już komplet informacji w sprawie klątwy Golema.
I don't doubt you've got that certain something inside you. I can see you've got some kind of flaw after all. I think it's one related to obsessive tenacity or pathological ambition.
Should I be offended or afraid? Can I get rid of it?
Yes, don't worry. But that's business for later. Nothing will happen to you.
You're the Thaumaturge here. All right, so what now?
I found out that you can only call off a golem in the place where it was made. It was summoned in the synagogue.
How do you know that?
Father's former sales clerk led me there.
Hayat? How did he know? Don't tell me he had something to do with this.
Well, he begged the previous rabbi to send the golem after father. He did it out of revenge for the disappearance of a certain Horowitz.
The pharmacist? What exactly is Hayat accusing Papa of? Of killing him?
Yes, it looks that way. I'm not going to get into details, all right?
There's no need. But I'm going to send Hayat's laundry up in smoke, all right?
All right, Lady Macbeth.
She got others to do her work. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. If, of course, the family business is threatened.
I think I already know what I wanted.
All right.
I need you. We must end it. Together.
You sound serious. What's going on?
Today, the curse placed on Father will lose its power. But we have to get going.
Are we going down into the synagogue basement?
Ariel Rofe is already waiting for us. He's the one leading this whole thing.
Do I know him?
I sincerely hope not. He's not a suitable companion for you.
Oh, now I'm dying of curiosity.
There's no time.
How exciting! I feel 10 years old again.
No proszę. Jesteśmy.
The darling sister, here in person. You clearly are of the same blood. We have nearly everything ready, I see.
I don't think we've met. Ligia Szulska.
Ariel Rofe. The pleasure is mine.
Mr. Rofe, this is everything I've been able to find. The candles are placed where you commanded.
Fine.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Szulski. And you must be dear Ligia Szulska. My regards.
The mademoiselle looks pale. Do you feel all right, my lady?
Yes, sure.
Victor, I need a pound of flesh, and it's up to you whose body it comes from.
Victor, what's going on? What's he talking about?
To lure the golem, we need your mature flaw.
Am I the bait?
I could have phrased it better. The point is that only you with your flaw can lure the golem here.
Will I lose my flaw in the process?
One that's linked with aspirations, chasing something. Ambition, even to an excessive degree. And yes, you will lose it.
Fine. Get that flaw out of me.
May I ask why you don't want to?
Based on what you explained to me about flaws, I consider it an imperfection. And I'm a perfectionist, Victor.
Enough chit-chat. Since everything's ready, let's get to work.
Let's begin.
Don't mess this up.
I'll do my best.
No nie wiem, czy to jest dobry pomysł, wyjmować skazy z ligi. Ona jest ambitna i tak dalej, nie? Bo jeszcze to straci.
Won't it come?
Patience. faith, Feldman. More faith. Yit Kadash Shimiraba. Ready?
Yes.
I take her flaw, you get rid of the golem, and we're quits.
Dobra, ja powiem tak. Ja bym się zgodził. Obiecaliśmy Alilowi, ja wiem, że on jest kryminalistą i tak dalej, ale... Wydaje mi się, że nie chce go oszukiwać. Chce nam pomóc, nie? Golema chce zatrzymać dla siebie, ale ja nie stracę tym samym swojego pierwszego salutora, nie? Upyra i nie chcę go stracić.
Back in a moment.
Oj.
Mr. Rofa, what?
She'll be fine. It's all over. You're both free.
Thank you. For my sake and Ligia's.
Not a problem. Come on. We gotta take your sister home.
I'll call you a carriage.
No proszę.
What happened? How did I get here?
I wasn't supposed to tell you, but Rofe brought you.
Oh. Was he saying something?
Why are you asking about Rofe?
God, no reason. I was just curious. I've never dealt with his type.
He's pretty handsome, I guess.
Stop.
Now we're safe from the curse of Satanisław. Rofe kept his word and stopped the golem from pursuing us.
So now it's going to serve him.
Maybe I should have played it differently.
Maybe you should have consulted me, huh? It was my flaw.
But you agreed to it.
I'm kidding. You should have seen your face. And what would have happened if you didn't agree to Rofe's conditions?
Besides the golem killing us?
Yes, I'd like to know.
I'll tell you another time. I'm going now.
All right. I'll just stay here a little longer.
Zrobiliśmy kawał historii, moi drodzy. Nawet nie wiecie, jak jestem zadowolony. To był gigantyczny odcinek, ale ponieważ go przetrwaliście, należą wam się oklaski, więc dziękuję i bardzo proszę dajcie znać, jeżeli dotrwaliście w komentarzach i kciukami w górę. Wspierajcie odcinek i napiszcie, dotrwałam, byłoby super. Pamiętajcie o subskrypcji dzwoneczku, wtedy żadnych inwazji nie mnie ode mnie w tym odcinku. To tyle. Mam nadzieję, że się wam podobało. Pamiętajcie, że moje odcinki powstają dzięki wsparciu patronu z Patronite'a. Link do niego macie na ekranie i poniżej. Moją stronkę, na której są top listy, mojego Instagrama, Facebooka i wszystkie inne fajne miejsca znajdziecie oczywiście w opisie. No i raz jeszcze pamiętajcie o kciuku w górę, bo to nic nie kosztuje, a bardzo wspiera kanał. Dzięki za uwagę, moi drodzy, i do miłego usłyszenia.